Right, hello everyone, welcome to New Horizons Racing League Division 2, round 16 of the championship, here at the Sochi Autodrome in Russia. Just me by myself again. I just want to start by apologies from last week, the no stream around Singapore. Myself wasn't available, and commentator Echo has since departed Nhrl, so there was no chance for a stream happening last week, unfortunately. But he got me at least, and looking at times on the board already, Solo looking quite confident, 131.2. Apparently there's cars around the track that can go quicker. I'd be surprised if it would be Carps on this occasion as he clipped the wall a bit. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got a bit of rear wing damage there as well. No harm in terms of traffic after the McLaren of James being released through. Yeah, see if you guys choosing to start in the mediums, that's not wholly a bad idea, because as long as you're willing maybe to give up track position on the first lap, they could honestly be pushed to about lap 20. I think I might be talking rubbish, but I feel like they could last that long, and it would eliminate any risk of a early safety car. While all the soft runners might come and change tyres, you can just stay out and go for it. And James doing really well, P3 32.7. Smokey very cheekily getting a toe off the Haas. He's also got the Aston Martin and Reese. Bradley has to back out last second as well to give the Red Bull some space going through turn 13. I'm glad Smokey got back in the lobby, and it's not gone all too well. The Red Bull spearing himself into the barrier coming out of I think that it's either 14 or 15. I don't know whether that kink in the middle of the road counts as a corner. He's going to impede Callum Davey though. Callum will not be too pleased about that. He's eventually got out of the way. I just hope Callum realises what happened. So it might be a competitive time here from Callum. It's 33.3. I think he was held up a little bit, but 33.3 in the mediums, not a bad time at all. Luke Beck coming around the final corner in the Aston Martin. On the softs, 32.4. That's a good time, but yeah, I'm expecting a lot more pace to be found. Hello, people watching. You're all probably on the grid. So, who could be going again? Solar, if he gets his Ferrari pointing the right way. Beck might be going again. No, oh god no, not at that pace. Carps has actually crashed on turn 3. I don't really understand how he's binned it there unless if the car is given out on traction. Yeah, just a quick confirmation as well, guys. The weather will not be changing today. Going to be dry and overcast, no threat of rain whatsoever. Callum on track, but I think he's on his way back into the pits. I'll try and keep an eye on the guys who are actually trying to push. I think if Carps hadn't retired, he'd be on a push lap by now. So one of the Astons, I don't know if that's Luke coming in or Reese about to start a lap. No, it's Luke coming into the box. The Ferrari is coming out again. Yeah, well, the only Ferrari then. Let's stick on board with Fred, currently P10. No time set on the board though. DRS open on the Avatari. You don't really need to be doing that, just as soon as you exit the kink, bring it over as far left to the barrier as you dare. A little bit tentative going through turn 2. Turn 3 it's almost impossible to get wrong. And the heavy braking, turning really early, Try not to bleed off too much speed, but it'd be the stability you're after. Otherwise, that will happen. Invalidated lap time again for Fred. Let's head on board with Reese. I tend to use fine. I'm expecting a little bit more finesse to be showed from Reese here. But I've quite a bit of speed, but he's kept it in the track limits. Turn 5 here can be quite difficult as well if you get your line wrong. Reese absolutely nailing it, perfect sector 1. 6 and 7 fine. A little bit wide line, he's lost quite a bit of momentum. I would say if he was lucky he could have got DRS off the house. That's actually a huge shame. That's Matteo on an outlet. Anyone actually on a lap? That is invalid. I'll at least see if he can at least improve. I know you're down about over a second, mate, but all that time can be found at the final few corners. No, definitely slower. I'd love to run board with Bradley properly for like an entire lap, just to see where he's losing his pace. Smokey is about to set the grid on fire with a 131 flat. Quarter of a second faster than Forrest Solar, but he doesn't have his teammate on the grid anymore to give him a tow. I think Callum Davies just started another lap as well. Yeah, he has. Through turn 4. Bled off quite a bit of speed. Just the reaction, you don't really want to be mounting that apex at turn 4 as long as the car is stable enough to take the line without the back end stepping out, then you'll be okay. The flag, imagine that would be Matteo maybe moving out the way. No, that's Smokey in the barrier, and his Callum's gone a bit too far with the avoiding action. He's going to be quite annoyed at that. Still got time though. 5 minutes left. Anyone can come in now and then get back out of plenty of time. Just don't know who to ride on board. F1 Antics going P3 out of nowhere. Apparently some attempts up from his last lap. There's still a fair margin to Smokey, but he got one Red Bull on pole and the other a second quicker. That's basically a second, isn't it? Trying to let Reese by. Reese is on an outlet though. Bradley. Let's try rolling on board with him, see where he's probably making a few mistakes. Seeing how loose the car is turning in, it's definitely a setup problem. Matteo on the lap. He was, but he's invalid. Reese has gone again. See, it's very stable through turn 2, and it seems to be riding the curbs quite well. Not overloading the rear too much and just chuck it in, but don't mount that curb. That sausage curve will probably send you airborne. 3 tenths quicker, so he's definitely left on the table. I think that time he set was on the medium compound. 6 and 7 fine, kept it in the limits, go right to the edge of the curb, chuck it in. Nice and early, not too early, avoiding the orange curb on the inside. So his reach lines are pretty good, man. So going to the super quick turn 13, he's already second up purple sector 2, showing his intentions already. Probably wouldn't have taken that much curb, to be honest. Which came fairly good as well. It's probably either the pole lap or it should definitely be a front row start. Comes across the line, it's only 3 tenths off pole. I don't know what more you could have done there, Reese, unless if you wanted a tow. Ellie has also called it a day in the pits. Fred, can you get a time on the board? See Callum Davey on the lap as well. I want to ride on board with him next. 10-13, plenty of curb, that's fine. Slows it down a little bit too much under the bridge. Just kind of take these corners as you would with the Lesmos at Monza. Basically the same dimensions. Fred, P4, 31.6. That's a good lap from him. Right, Callum. Apparently up in his time, but I mean down slightly, but I'd put that down to being impeded. Not getting the rub of the green in terms of the traffic. Comes around the final corner. Not going to be pole, but will it improve? He does. He moves up to 9th. The thing is, it's that close. Like P7 down to P10, it's tenths of a second. James to push it. I'm gonna stick with James. Also keep an eye on the line if anyone changes position. Matteo gets the time on the board. P10 for the Williams driver. Soft tyres as well. And James will have noticed that. I think he's got enough talent in that car to find 2 tenths. He's had to abandon that. Bad luck, man. Is that F1 Yeah. F1 marginally up on his time. Trying to get a little bit of a toe off James. Don't know if it would have been that effective. We're chucking it in, but the car didn't really make the corner. It was quite funny. Through the chicane. Final couple of corners, just chuck it in. The front end looks okay, but it seems to be quite tentative on the rear. Not really pushing it too much. But it's P6 where F96's time has now run out. Callum Davies stays P9 as well. I think James has gone into the box. Bradley, will he improve in his time? Yes, he will, but he does not change position. About the Sister Red Bull invalid, so at the moment Smokey is on pole position. And Solo's invalid and abandoned his lap. Fred deciding he doesn't want to return with all of his car. Good day at the office for Aston Martin from the quali, P3, P4. double check the tyres, so I've got a feeling Carps, yeah, Carps will be starting on those 1 lap old mediums. Hey, if there's an early safety car, it could heavily work in his favour. And track position isn't everything around here, but it definitely helps. It's quite a bad track for dirty air, especially in the second sector. So that's the line. The smoke is still going. Just run bothering for the rest of the lap then, if Smokey can go quicker. Time just to go quick. He does a 30.6. It's quite an insane lap. Matteo, mate, just waiting on you to retire your car. I know you're in the pits, but you still need to manually retire the car. The game won't always do it for you. Double check. Quali instance, not many apart from track limits. Right, top 3 then. Albanian Smokey, pole position for Red Bull, claiming the bonus 2 points that come with pole position for himself and his team. Solar P2 championship leader, but that championship lead is getting thinner and thinner by the race. He really needs to kind of pick himself up a bit, because Reese starting P3 is definitely going to be able to chase him down, and Reese does not need to do that much to take the lead off Solar in these next couple of races. Double check the standings. So's got a little bit of a lead, but not too much he can be safe on. It's only a 16-point lead. 16 points separating Solar and Reese. And I'd probably be up there as well if I hadn't been called on to comms duties. But hey, at least I'm willing to throw a title down the drain as long as you'll have something to watch. Comments. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at the tyres as we go down as well. Hello, people watching. Right, full grid rundown then. Albanian Smokey, pole position for Red Bull, that's claiming 2 points that come with pole position here in Division 2. Solar championship leader, starting P2 for Ferrari, title rival now, Reese, 16 points separating these two in the drivers, and constructors is sort of game on in terms of second place, but Ferrari seem to have run away with it for the time being. Only many double DNFs will be the reason they'd be under threat anytime soon. Luke Beck saving the day as well for Aston Martin. He can help his teammate out a bit. Hopefully he's a half decent rear gunner. Really good qualifying again from Fred Red in P5 for AlphaTauri. He's had F1 Analytics P6. All these guys you see in the midfield, they're actually as close in the Drivers' Championship there. There's about 20 points separating at least 5 drivers. F1 Analytics on P6 in the sister Red Bull. open to capitalise on Red Bull's chances of getting the constructors. H. Collins P7 for the Mercedes. Carps P8 starting on mediums here for Ferrari, and Callum Davey not the best of qualifying for him, down in P9 for Alfa Romeo. Matteo surprisingly P10 for Williams, and that's a very good effort from Matteo getting himself in the top 10. James Killer just dropping out of the late stage of qualifying, starting on the medium tyres ahead of Bradley Ellis P12 in the Haas, starting on the softs, and rounding out the grid you got Ellie in the Alpine starting on the soft tyre. I've said it in Div 1, I'll say it here. Russia has never been good for us in terms of a lap 1 start. There's normally been a major crash. So I am almost ready to throw the red flag at any second. But as soon as we're after lap 3 and we still have the sufficient runner of drivers still in the race, then we continue. It's 40% of the grid, so unless if there's a 6-car pile-up, there will not be a red flag. Lights coming on. That's out and away they go. It's a good start there from Smokey. Already he's pulling away. Good start from F1 as well as I think that is Reese trying to look down the inside as Sola's running himself out of track. They made it through the kink, but they're not down at turn 2 just yet. Positions being made in the braking zone. People banging wheels, being pushed off track. Overall, pretty clean getaway. Smokey now under pressure from Reese. Oh, they're all running wide going through turn 3. Through turn 4 they'll all start snaking that as Collins has been spun. There's the pile up, there's the inevitable crash I was worried about, but no one's fault really for that. It's just an unfortunate circumstance of being collected. I just hope for these guys that they've not got that much damage. We really worried as well if anyone had a diffuser damage. Atlantics really put the lead back under pressure for P4. Honestly, Fred does have the pace to get a podium today. No safety car, no VSC. I think all that damage was quite minor. Some guys maybe not the front wings, but nothing of major concern. Fernand takes out, breaks himself a little bit as Luke Beck gets out of shape as well into turn 13. So now there's 2 packs going on. Let's head down to... There's Collins trying to get in front of the Williams. He sends it and he's made the move. Smokey with the fastest lap. He had a really good getaway off the start. How many cars will be in the box? I think... Yeah, Bradley in. Mateo in. And Collins, as long as you can provide footage, you can still gain or won't regain 5 seconds because you unfairly served that penalty in the pits. Penalty cap for Div 2, you can have up to 15 seconds removed, but you must provide footage for the stewards to, so at least we know that we're not just giving positions away for free. As long as you prove not to be at fault, you can have those 5 seconds reinstated. Yeah, settling as well for F1 Antics. With Luke being that far ahead, but also having to defend from Fred behind. So heavily using his overtake, he's gonna gently squeeze past his title rival. He's kind of has no choice but to just stick him behind at the minute, but he does have the benefit of more battery. And Smokey's just on another level at the minute, unless if it's these 2 squabblings allowing Smokey to pull away. Through the penultimate corner they go. Through the final corner, Smokey again setting fastest lap. It was Solo getting the 35.1. It's a very close fastest lap as well, only about half a tenth quicker. I'm sure Smokey can just pull that away down the straight. DRS now enabled on this lap. Oh, Fred, be careful, man. He's got Carps trying to stick his nose in as well. He gets F1 Antics. Does Antics have anything to respond with? Is his wheel to Carps from turn 3. Carps running very wide, lost all of his momentum, no chance of fighting back. Getting very touchy with the diffuser of the Red Bull. Now Karps needs to send it. He needs to be very aggressive on the brakes, otherwise Antics is not really. Well, I know he should have left space, but he knew he was there. But Karps should have been even more decisive. There was space to send the car. He's now got end plate damage because of it. Yeah, still closest fight on track would be Athletics beyond Fred. DRS proving its worth. It's going to have a look into turn 13, not close enough on this occasion. But Fred's really losing the back end. Oh, Solo's gone for a spin. The championship leader has Span coming out of turn 14. And there is end plate damage. Might be a two-stopper for Solo, unless if there's a miracle safety car later in the race. Let's head back down with James. Oh, there's a double stack going on for Ferrari. Let's hope for Karps' sake that his teammate has already left the box, and I know from here that he won't. Yeah, the nose change as well. Karps giving away free time, but I don't think he's going to be that worried. Didn't check what tyres they've on to. Set of mediums for Solar. Probably a new set of mediums for Karps as well. Ellie 3-second penalty for track limits. I'm not really that surprised at Russia. It can go either really well if you practice enough, you know where the track limits are, but I'm not going to criticise anyone too much, especially if they've just jumped on at the last minute. Track limits around here can be quite harsh in places, especially down at turn 2. Athletics again not close enough, he's about gone into the barrier. Probably missed that by a hairline. We're going to head down to P12, see if Bradley can maybe stay with the Ferrari with Karps in front. See yellow flag, that's Mercedes Collins' span. Any damage? Doesn't look like it. Didn't see any end plate missing. Those tyres are going to be nice and toasty. If anyone's having a bit too much acceleration coming out of the corner, remember you can just lower your differential a little bit. It'll help with the oversteer on the corner exit. Antics running wide. Still barely within the DRS range. I can only assume that the Red Bull's built for the corners, but that AlphaTauri is just a rocket ship down the straight. It's a very good position for Fred to be in, P4. Both Ferraris just giving their positions away. I'm pretty sure Aston Martin aren't going to mind either. They're going to gain hugely if it was to stay like this. I didn't think Colin Davey was all the way down in P13. We're going to have to stay with Athletics and see where his car might be letting him down. Half second through the corner, loses a tenth and loses another. I think surely even with DRS he should be clear of the AlphaTauri. Gafco Science is second. Unless if it is the other way round. Collins has gone around again. He's actually DNF. Safety car. Bad luck there from Collins. Now then, this is a very close call. Anyone on the mediums, this is what they wanted. Medium runners can just stay out. To be fair, so can the soft runners. It won't be too long after the restart. But they can save their tyres. maybe not a tyre change unless if anyone is at the back. Will come in? No, because they've all got fairly new tyres. And only Luke Beck can get corner cutting penalties beyond the safety car. I'm sure that's like 6 seconds worth now. Yep, only 3 seconds as well, but she's doing a very good job in P7 for Alpine. Smokey has pitted. So is Reese. Oh, it's a double stack for Aston Martin. Luke should have stayed out. 5 second penalty for his troubles as well. All the soft runners are coming in. Fred stayed out. Fred stayed out in the softs. He knows they're going to be good, and this is what James wanted. They all gone mediums or have they gone hards? Mediums. So mediums, I do believe they can make it 20 laps. They're going to feel awful by the end, but I think as long as they're under safety car and they are fresh mediums, not a quali use set, it should be alright. And yet you are allowed to go AI here, so if you want a cheeky look at your rivals' penalties while we're behind safety car, that's perfectly fine. And then another quick reminder as well, like no 90% rule in Div 2, it is all points to play for if you are in the top 10. Don't even have to finish because we're that nice here for the Division 2 bunch. Not so nice to Division 1, they've got to do the 90% to get the points. The Division 1 guys heading to Suzuka for tomorrow for their Japanese Grand Prix, and it will be the last race of 2021 before we head into our 2-week Christmas and New Year break. Oh yeah, that was a nice reminder as well. The weather today, like yeah, it is dry, but with overcast being making the track very cold, medium runners might have to put a little bit more work into maintaining tyre temperature. Oh, Ellie also? Yeah, if you've only lost one position there, Ellie, that's good going. Mediums as well, just following the herd, but not a bad strategy call at all. But the biggest winner out of all of this is James. Speaking of winners, the biggest winners and losers on this safety car: James up 9 places, Ellie also up 5 places. Biggest loser, Collins down 6 places, started P7, no points for him or Mercedes today, making his Drivers' Championship and Constructors for Mercedes that a little bit more difficult. apologies for the lack of comms at the minute. Not really a lot more to discuss until the safety car gets away. As long as Fred's looked after his tyres, he could really gain from this. I'm also expecting Smokey to have a good restart. He does know how to look after his tyres. Careful guys, can't be accelerating and braking. If anyone sees any of that, you're more than free to report it. Antics. Stay behind. I don't want to see, there's no reason for people to be alongside unless you go through the final corner. Yeah, solid restart there from Fred. Good restart as well there from James as well. Carps has got Matteo at the line. They're all snaking, they're all trying to defend their positions until DRS can be enabled again. Luke, no, that's Reese, sorry. I'm trying to have a look on Smokey. Smokey gets himself a 3-second penalty. There's a yellow flag at the start. I think Matteo's been spun down at the first corner. Turn 2, sorry. So back down with F1 Antics. He's definitely sure he can get the Aston Martin. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Believe me, mate, Luke is not a pushover. It's all fairly close at the front as well. Smokey's got his consistency back almost immediately. There's all the medium tyres being that much fresher. James shouldn't be struggling for quite a few laps. Seen Bradley spinning the second sector as well. Oh, Fred, he's lost it. He's lost it on traction. And he's going to drop like a stone, probably all the way to the back of the grid. Can reset track as long as there's a bit of clear space for you to do so. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I can relate as well. It has happened. Reese seemed to drop positions as well. Ferrari's making moves through the midfield. They can start working together to get back on the podium. I think Bradley's spun as well, just entering the final couple of corners after the chicane. The trouble with Smokey is that he really wants to attack James, but he's also got a defender from Luke. It's Luke's job to give Smokey hard time to make sure his teammate can catch back up. But considering how far back Reese has fallen, it's pretty much his responsibility now. James will also see these penalties. He'll know he shouldn't have to fight Smokey too hard, but at the same time Smokey probably does have the pace to pull a 3-second gap. Right, Solo going to go for it on F1 Antics. He's got to be really careful here. I know he wants in front, but that battery is so precious, especially when it comes to DRS overtaking. So leaving him enough space, and that's the move done. So Reese has got back in front of the Carps, only just. Ellie in fighting for P6 here as well. DRS now enabled. Solar, fastest lap, 35 flat. I'm not going to. Oh, are they? Yeah, DRS is open. Carps getting back past. James inevitably has to relinquish the position. With these two still going at it like lions. Solo 3-second penalty for track limits. It's definitely what Reese is going to want to see, but I don't know if Reese would see that unless if he gets back in front of the Ferrari. We're down next DRS straight on the run for the wheel of Solar. Because they're all slowly catching up to James. Yeah, those mediums will start falling away, but they can still go. I think another safety car and James will be in a fantastic position. Anywhere after lap 14, really. He's surrounded by people who've got penalties. I don't know James's warnings, but I'm left to assume that he's gone this far without a pen, so he's doing somewhat right. As Luke having a bit of a tank slap in mid-chicane. Solar dangerously behind as well. Hopefully for his sake the DRS train will cancel itself out. It's all going to be down to where James positions that McLaren to defend his position. Choosing the outside. And Solar gets through nicely. James can focus on trying to defend from F1 but F1 is not afraid to stick his nose in, whether it's legal or not. Oh no, who's that? Who's gone off? Is that Reese? He's gone off at turn 3. P2 in the championship, he's binned it on one of the the easiest corner on the track. Well, second easiest. Matteo going off track as well. Reese got to be careful though, those tyres are going to be hotter than the sun. Ali is also going to have a run on the Ferrari. Only the battery can keep the Ferrari ahead on this occasion. Ali will look for the gap. Just needs to be that little bit closer. Like, claim the corner. And I think she has done. That's Does she get to keep it though? Yeah, that's fine. The Ferrari just running a bit wide. I think that's Reese as well. Yeah, Reese really not having a good time at the back of the points positions, and he's got end plate damage as well. How quickly things can turn here in racing. Do I say from no significant gains, I imagine Solar would have been sock charging down the straight. The Ferrari, I can see the Ferrari moving out trying to give Ellie a hard time. Some golf. F1 has lost it. Lost it coming out of turn 5, just before 6. Safety car out again. I'm not surprised at the safety car deployment. If anyone remembers from the old F1 games how sensitive it was around Monaco with their safety cars, but Monaco has been nerfed massively in this game, and it's every other street circuit has now taken up its frequency. So safety car again. Will the softs make it to the end? Yes, they will. This is perfect for James. No penalty either. Imagine him trying to get the win on penalties. Not saying he will, but yeah, it's something to aim for. Yeah, he's going to say thank you very much. Smokey staying out again. He's really confident those mediums are going to make it. He'll have a shock of his life if he loses position off the start. Luke staying out. James, mate, I really think you should have pitted there. I think by the time it comes in, it's like 11 laps till the end. It'll be worth the pit stop. So if it is that a set of softs, no, it's set of softs for Alfa Romeo, mediums for Ferrari. I think Ferrari might have split a strategy. No, both Ferraris out in the mediums. Just coming out, Matteo back in the points. This will allow Bradley to catch up as well. I know Bradley is down there in P11 quite far back, but he's still on the track. Just one more DNF and then he'll be in a points paying position. Let's have a look at winners and losers again. Elliot 9 places, James up 8. How does Elliot have? 3 seconds. Now Luke with 11, I don't even know if Luke will have a outstanding penalty added on at the end with his 5-second speeding penalty in the pit lane. If he comes in again, he can serve that. No, it would just be down to 6. Yeah, Smokey's realised what they've done, he's in the pits. Double check the tyre wear for the Aston Martin, 7 laps. But yeah, with these safety cars, they're going to help you look after the tyres. James though, I think he's thrown this away now. Safety car should be in this lap as soon as Bradley can catch back up. Safety car in, thank God. Hopefully we don't have any more. Don't know why this game gives you that camera angle, it's bloody horrible. Luke though will lead the restart. And he has gone. Bradley exceeding track limits at the penultimate corner. 11 to go. Yeah, Smokey pit him when he did. Not ideal when you're trying to push for a race win, but it'll give him a reason to maybe fight back through. Nice little cluster in midfield as well. Carp's trying to make a move on Callum Davey after the restart. Yeah, it's quite close as Solar being held up by Ellie. Soja sent it. I think Ellie might find herself a little bit out of the depth there. I know pace is always a bit different, but she's at least around people that are of a similar skill level. That's Ferrari desperately trying to get past the Alfa Romeo. Both of them are huge tank slappers on as Matteo's trying to fight his way through. The guy, oh my God, come on. Oh Jesus, okay. Matteo is even fairly aggressive trying to fight with Callum as Smokey's just come out of nowhere trying to fight all the way through this. And in the meantime, Solar getting past James into P2. James has realised his mediums are done. 10 laps sprint on the softs at the end. Ali choosing to box as well. Don't think that was a... No. Oh. You could have had points, woman. Oh, what would have been, honestly. Yellow sector one, probably just a bit of damage. Matteo and Callum still banging wheels going through turn 3. Another 3 second there from Smokey. And he's taken cops to the barrier. What on earth is happening here? Smokey, you need to like turn left and get off him. Hey, you two stop it. Fucking hell. Well, he didn't take him out, man. Big fail. Not really a lot left to say after that. Yeah, that's really put a downer on things, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about lack of talking, but yeah, got to deal with that in the Discord server. Right, sorry, I'm gonna pay attention now to the restart. Jim's having a good run Matteo after he went a bit deep into turn 2. Just count down the laps now, I guess. We're expecting all of these guys behind. Probably anyone. Might even be another Matteo podium. James, I think, should end up on the podium. Once DRS is through, I know that he can clear the Williams. Solo 34.2. Those pens though. Oh, Luke's gonna drop like a stone. James having a look. Not enough space. Well, Matteo 3-second penalty. So my James is off a whole lot easier. DRS not even active yet. Well, it should be, because not many moves being made. Callum, DRS getting past Luke. Good job. Yeah, Luke will definitely drop back quite a few places now, even without his penalty. If that was an illegal move made by the Ferrari, but he's let the AlphaTauri back through. Matteo trying to stick his nose in on Luke. Oh, Luke noticed there and he didn't. Contact made. James may have knocked his front wing. He's probably done Matteo a bit of a favour there, pointing him back in the right direction in the runoff. Not really going to get much closer. Unless you got your rear wing open, mate. It's the reason there's mediums like should be fairly fresh mediums as well. 8 laps. Carts with 3-second penalty. I've done the hards. Well, I was going to say Bradley, you might as well just box for softs, mate. Callum will have DRS, so stay on board with him. I know that James might make a move on the Aston Martin. Callum is close enough, no, he backs out of it. So James, he's through. Give me a different camera angle game, there we go. James should be comfortably chasing down a race win, but he's still not over. Luke is still there. Best of exits there from James. Brad with a 3-second penalty now. Check the pens again. A little bit of work here for James. Actually, to win the race, it'll be a hell of an effort. He's going to have to pull a 9-second gap down to less than 3. I'd say surely he's secured the podium, but it depends on the competition, what they've got in store for the rest of the race. Anything's happened with Carp's back there. I do apologise for not catching it. This is why I need like admin team to chase up people. James, no. Has he got to do it on track? He can still get second. Depends what that 5-second from Reese was for. Why have I lost the time graphic? I doubt that's even a guaranteed podium now for James. No, that's a Ferrari in the wall. He's gone for a spin. Oh yeah, I forgot about the 5-second. I thought we needed maybe a 2-second gap. Come with another 3-second. That is going to help Reese out a little bit. Only a little though. Mateo fastest lap. Good job, man. Going to be too happy with losing that position. I don't see it getting any worse for the Aston Martin driver. Still a healthy haul of points here from Aston Martin. Just trying to think, it's going to be very close if they outscore outscore Ferrari. Oh, Cops and Bradley are fighting. Cops, don't tell me you're missing a wing. Oh, you absolute unit. No, you... Mate, what are you doing? Sad thing for Cops is that he's not really got a choice but to let Bradley through. And it's game over for Cops. Might be VSC, I'll be way too late for a safety car now. If that would even be a VSC. Still 2 points though for you Cops. It's been quite the roller coaster here for Solar. I am still a little bit speechless after the race today, but Solar, valiant effort, good drive, comes across the line, wins in Russia with the fastest lap on the final lap to rub the salt into the wound of Matteo just that little bit more. And then Reese will inevitably drop down, James P2, Callum P3. And the podium places will stay as you see them. Yeah, Reese P4, Fred P5, Luke P6. Got to wait for Matteo and Bradley to finish their laps. Right, Matteo P7 and Bradley, you've only got a couple of corners, don't bottle it now. And there we go. Not the best way to finish the year. Right, full race result then. finishing driver with a penalty. Solo extending his championship lead, getting the win for Ferrari and the fastest lap. James Killer, good points. McLaren still trying to keep the team competitive. Callum Davey, another podium there in P3 for Alfa Romeo. Reese P4 for Aston Martin, ahead of Fred P5 for AlphaTauri. Luke Beck in P6 for Aston Martin. Matteo P7 for Williams, ahead of Bradley as P9 and Haas. Non-finishers were Carps, Albanian Smokey, Ellie, F1 Antics and Collins. Right, I need to get them in. Ensure the blue screen while it lasts. It won't last forever. Right, we all in. Callum, are you here?
Yeah.
Start for you then. Another podium, P3. How was the race?
Well, at the start, I was involved in a collision. I think it was Collins. Gave me damage. Put me to the last. And then I just had to fight through some battles with Bradley and Matteo. Well, luckily, penalties.
I think when that collision happened with Collins, what was your mindset? You think just kind of suck it up and get on with it, or you think I need a safety car to come back from this?
Yeah, I was literally saying I literally need something to push out and get safety car, so I don't think it was cameras. Just if I'm just going to race, there's no safety car, so luckily a couple come out.
And not sure if you plan on racing in Division 1 tomorrow, but they're at Japan next week. With this being the final race before our Christmas break, we'll be going into Japan in the new year. Your thoughts on Suzuka?
It's probably the worst track, to be honest.
Not going to hold that against you at all. Them curbs are... oh, they're evil.
A bit of a annoying track.
Yeah, they've already claimed one driver, we don't need another. Right, that's really well done on P3, and I'm actually really happy that you made it up here. James.
Yes.
You did very, very alright.
Very, very alright.
Yeah, how was it?
Tiring. But no, considering I qualified, 11th, and I fought my way to get up to P2 after messing up my strategy. Wasn't the best, but you know, I kept my head up. Harv, my engineer, helped me all the way. But yeah, it was a very tough race, but it was just one of those races where it seemed that I had the pace to be up there.
At any point, did you feel that the safety cars gave you a bit of luck? Although I'm surprised that you didn't pit under the second one.
Yeah, like, I was, I got told by Harvey to pit in the second one, and I looked at it and it was lap 13, and for some reason my mind just went blank, and I just thought, yeah, if I pit now, it's going to go in next lap and I won't have enough time. Hold on. But yeah, so I didn't pit, and I'm like, oh no. And I was like, right, I'm going to pit lap 16. So the safety car come in, I did the lap, and my tyres were just dead, so I'm like, right, I'm pitting. And I literally said, I need a safety car, and thankfully there was a safety car the next lap. So I was able to preserve my tyres and catch up to the safety car, and then all I had was about 7 laps where it was just hell for leather, give it everything to try and get up there to get a podium.
Yeah, not too bad. Very alright, like I said.
Yeah.
No, you did well. You did well.
My heart dropped when someone spun out in front of me. I think it was Matteo spun out in front of me, and I hit him. My heart sunk, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get my podium ripped away from me.
And your thoughts on Japan for when we come back in the new year?
I'm looking forward to it. I like the track, but I have my good days and my bad days on it. But I feel that if I put the practice in over Christmas, I could maybe, get a good result, maybe top 5. But it's just one of those where I would need to give it 100% focus and 100% effort on that race and not crash or anything. And hopefully it's dry, because if it's in the rain, I'm not going to survive that race.
No, I can't even give you an updated weather forecast unless if anyone knows what the weather in Suzuka's like in early January.
But yeah, I'm praying it's a dry race and that I can pull out a top 5.
Yeah, at least he's trying to do your best, keep staying competitive. I don't want us dropping any further in the constructors.
I'll try.
Solo, yeah.
I am.
It was a very alright race. No, to be fair, you did really well to come back through all of that. The same questions as James, really. Were you dependent on safety cars playing a factor,
yes,
or were you confident that your own pace would bring you to the front?
I was confident that my pace was going to get me somewhere, not to the front. I was depending on safety cars to get me back to the front.
Can't complain about a win though, can you?
No, I can't. Back to winning ways.
Yeah. No, it's not just yet. At least you got plenty of time to practice for Japan. What are your thoughts on Suzuka?
Despise it.
Oh, I'm loving everyone's energy around Japan. Yeah, sorry, man, but I don't really know what else to ask unless you want to add anything while you're here.
I mean, my engineer Jeff did motivate me because after I spun, he did say to me, "Come on, mate, you can do this. It's been a tough race, but I know you're capable of getting more of that car. Dig deep and give us your best talent." So had to do it for Jeff.
I doubt they're going to be complaining. And I noticed your teammate had a spot of bother with one of the drivers.
He did.
And it's probably not the result you wanted for Ferrari, but I mean, as a team, you were probably up there with both Aston Martins in terms of your competitiveness. I was sorry that it went the way that it did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're quite far ahead in the constructors as it is anyway, innit?
Yeah. Anyway, he's gone.
Yeah. Not gonna have any bother from him no more.
Yeah. Anyway, and in Nhrl activity for the next week, the final F1 race of 2021 tomorrow on the Division 1 channel. They're heading over to Japan. And I guess just keep an eye out in Discord for a notification in regards to the Indy 500. Hopefully we can round that out before the year is over. Like I said, the final race of 2021 for Div 2. We'll see you next time in the new year at Japan. Have a great Christmas, everyone.